As we head into the 2026 NBA season with these new rosters, I thought let's be commissioner of the NBA and have some fun. So using this potion, we turned every player in the league into their prime, being at their best overall version. Meaning now we got prime Klay Thompson in Dallas, prime LeBron James in Los Angeles, even prime Kevin Love in Utah. And so now with the league in their prime, we're going to simulate the 2026 season here in Halftime Reductions with live games on NBA 2K25. This should be a lot of fun. So fellas, sit down, sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Here we are now on the NBA 2K25, fellas, and I just got done making these rosters. Every player is in their prime at their overall best version. So as we go over the rosters, comment down below your favorite team and your predictions. As we see the 76ers, Paul George is at a 93, Lowry's at an 89, Drummond even in there at his prime, Eric Gordon as well, and a lot of players are currently in their prime in today's NBA, like Giannis Antetokounmpo. I thought that was a pretty interesting theme while doing this simulation because we have done this simulation years prior. In years prior, I had to change so many players into their prime. I just think that shows how young the NBA is today. A lot of young guys, but anyways, as we go to the rosters, this should be interesting. The Celtics will not have Jason Tatum because we're trying to make this realistic. Him and some other players will be out the whole year unless their team makes the playoffs. And the Clippers are a team that benefited so much in this simulation. Prime Kawhi at 96, prime James Harden at 95, and they just signed Bradley Beal, so he'll be in his prime. Also, Brook Lopez, John Collins, that team is going to be a favorite no matter what. We see the Grizzlies. Also, as we turn the top of the screen, I want to include two free agents, Damian Lillard and Chris Paul, in this simulation in their primes because they will probably be selected to teams as this summer goes on. So as you see, they've been selected by teams randomly on NBA 2K, so Chris Paul will be going to the Toronto Raptors on a deal, and Damian Lillard will be going to the Phoenix Suns. But yeah, I just want to include those players because in their primes, they were so great, and I know they will be signed by teams in the next couple of days or even weeks. So yeah, they're going to be on the squads. And then we see now the Utah Jazz with prime Kevin Love at a 91 overall. Man, prime Kevin Love was a beast. We also got the rookies, Ace Bailey, of course, their young player now in Utah. Anyways, now we see the Sacramento Kings with prime DeMar DeRozan. That was his Raptors version. Zach LaVine, Sabonis, Monk, even Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder has been around for a long time. I really like him as a player. Then we see the New York Knicks. This is one of the teams where every player is basically in their prime right now, except for maybe Jordan Clarkson, we had to adjust, but Jalen Brunson, Towns, and Anobi Bridges all in their primes. Prime LeBron James had a 99 overall with Luka Doncic, and now DeAndre Ayton on the squad as well. He was just signed to them during the offseason, but LeBron James, man, one of the greatest players of all time, arguably the greatest. Guys, who's better in the comments, MJ or LeBron? I know that's going to cause some crazy controversy, but now we see the Dallas Mavericks. They benefit a lot. Prime Clay, prime Davis, prime Kyrie, prime D'Angelo Russell, and they got Cooper Flag as well. The Mavericks are stacked to say the least. And then we go to the Brooklyn Nets. Not too many players in their prime we had to put, but Michael Porter Jr. we did. But going down the list, I mean, guys, look how young this Brooklyn Nets team is. They had so many draft picks this year. Everybody's in their 20s, like 25 or below. It's crazy to see that Nets team. But the Denver Nuggets, prime Westbrook with Jokic. That's going to be a fun duo to watch. They also have prime Valanciunas and Hardaway. Denver is definitely going to be contender to say the least. The Indiana Pacers, we saw Tyrese Halliburton get injured in that NBA Finals Game 7. He will be out for a little bit. The Pelicans, they got DeJounte Murray in their prime, Jordan Poole, Zion Williamson. We haven't really seen a prime season for Zion. He's been injured so much, but they also have Kevin Looney in his prime. Then we see the Pistons, prime Tobias Harris with Cade Cunningham, who is approaching his prime. I mean, Cunningham has been such a great player for the Detroit Pistons. Prime Kevin Durant now with the Houston Rockets. That should be interesting. They also have prime Capella and Steven Adams and Van Vliet, so Houston definitely should be solid with Kevin Durant at 97 overall. Wemby on the Spurs. They have a young team as well. Lennox on the squad, that's one of my favorite players. Then we see the Suns, Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and we saw Lillard will be added to this team because in free agency, he went there on the 2K simulation. Then we see the Thunder trying to run it back. Everybody in that team is in their prime. The Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards in his prime right now, but we bumped up Gobert, bumped up Conley, bumped up Randall. Naz Reid just signed a big deal with them in the offseason, so he's staying. The Blazers, Drew Holiday on the squad. He's at an 87, Jeremy Grant, Rob Williams. But fellas, make sure you get those comments and predictions in below. The Warriors, prime Curry at a 98, prime Butler at a 93, prime Draymond Green, prime Buddy Hield. That team is going to be tough to beat in the West. And come what you want, but Marcus Smart in his prime is one of the greatest players of all time, so I made him at 90. We also got McCollum, Middleton on that team. That team was looking tough out there in DC. But fellas, let's simulate to the end of the season with all these players into their prime now. And the MVP with everybody in their prime is James Harden. So is James Harden the best player right now in the NBA? 27 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists for the Clippers. Ace Bailey wins Rookie of the Year over Dallas's Cooper Flagg. That's because that team was so stacked. But anyways, All-NBA first team in their primes. We got Harden, LeBron, Jokic, Westbrook, and SGA for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Definitely a stacked top 5 right there. No Curry. The NBA defensive team consists of Wemby, Marcus Smart, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, and Giannis. I mean, imagine trying to get a bucket on that 5 right there. All-NBA rookie team, Bailey, Flagg, Harper, Edgar Denham, and Trey. Oh, I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. But anyways, guys, on the league leaders in points, it is SGA who leads it with Curry right behind, Durant, LeBron, Edwards. I mean, this league is just absolutely stacked. You see even Luka Doncic in there, James Harden. I mean, guys, these are some of the greatest scorers of all time right now into their primes. So fun to see. Rebounds per game, Sabonis led it. Almost at 12 a game. So how about Sabonis? Then we see assists per game. And I just noticed we had Marcus Smart second in rebounds. Maybe we juice his stats a little bit too much, but he's my favorite player of all time. He's still a Celtic in my heart. But anyways, now we go to the standings. In the East, the Cavs have the 1 seed. 56 wins for Cleveland. Then we see the New York Knicks right behind them. Atlanta with Trae Young and Porzingis take the 3 seed. Washington's in there. Toronto, Miami, and the other play-in tournament teams. And why does it always seem like Chicago's in the play-in tournament? That's so funny. But as we go to the list, Milwaukee and Boston last. That is interesting. On the West, the best record by far, 67 wins for that stacked Clippers team. Then we see the Warriors with 62, Minnesota with 61. Then the Western Conference was just so dominant, 360 win teams. We see the Suns, Rockets, 44 wins gets you the 7th seed, guys. Or even the 8th seed. That's how crazy the West was. Then we see the bottom, Memphis with 27 wins. And as we get to the postseason, first we'll assimilate the play-in tournament to get the 16-team field. And guys, that Western Conference, like I just mentioned, absolute juggernaut. I mean, getting out of the West is so hard, even though Lakers are struggling with LeBron in his prime, and they're the teams in the Eastern Conference. But fellas, let's really quickly simulate this play-in tournament here on 2K25. And so bam, the teams that make it, the Houston Rockets, Denver Nuggets, 76ers, and Bulls. So that means no Los Angeles Lakers. How about that? They missed the playoffs. Now here's our 16-team bracket for today's simulation with all these players in their prime. I mean, absolutely crazy matchups, crazy players. This is about to be insane. And so fellas, it's your last chance to comment down below your predictions. The road to the finals will begin here in the very first round. All these games simulated here on NBA 2K. So without further ado, fellas, let the madness begin. Here we go. Fellas, we'll begin this first round in Philadelphia where the 1-seeded Cavaliers will sweep the 76ers. A late 3 from McCain won't go, and this game is all over here. 4-game sweep. I expected Philly to at least win 1, especially with prime Paul George, prime Joel Embiid, and prime Kyle Lowry. But now we go to a game in Atlanta where the Hawks are up 2 against the Miami Heat. Can they close out this series? They're up 3-1. Here is Terry Rozier in the lane. He got blocked by Porzingis. And low-key, how good is this Porzingis and Trae Young duo? As here's Trae Young, spin move in the paint, goes up, a tough shot. That won't go. Rebound, bam. Miami trying to win this game. The forced game 6 back in Miami. Right now, they're down by 2. In last possession, it was Rozier who missed it. I feel like you gotta go to Bam or Wiggins. As here's Rozier driving, spin on Trae Young with the left. It's in. Scary Terry ties it at 121. Still 8.3. No timeouts for the Hawks. They go to Trae Young. He's at the logo. Terry trying to defend. Young, quick pull up. It's cash. With 1.4, he'd have no timeouts. Inbound, Rozier to save the season. Oh, it almost went in, but Atlanta will get the job done in 5. I thought Miami was going to win this series, honestly, but the Hawks get the big victory. And now we're off to Minnesota. This is an upset. The 6-seeded Phoenix Suns over the 3-seeded Timberwolves in 5 games. So Devin Booker and his squad will be going on to the next round in today's simulation. And now off to New York. 5 seconds remaining. The Knicks up 3-1 in the series and will win Game 5 here at home, and they'll get it done against the Chicago Bulls. To the New York Knicks, I mean, everybody right now on their team is currently in their prime. They're looking to win a championship as, oh my goodness, Brunson 43 points. How about Clarkson with 25 on the bench? He's been a good addition for them. Now we go to a close Game 6 in Denver. It's Westbrook against Curry, both in their primes, and Westbrook gets the bucket, and we are tied at 100. 39 seconds. Golden State up in this series, so if they win this game on the road, they will go and win this series. Denver trying to force 7 as a 7 seed. Here's Buddy Hield. Healing nothing there. Swinging to Green. Now in the paint. It's the post. Nothing there. Jokic the defense. Solid defense. The shot is off the mark. Rebound Denver. But a 1 second difference from the shot clock and game clock. And the Nuggets can take this down. But the ball is stolen. What is Denver doing? Green on the break. It's Curry underneath. Curry's got it. And the Warriors lead by 2. 12 seconds remaining. Oh my goodness, guys. Well, the Denver Nuggets, if they lose this game right now, that will be the biggest heartbreak and letdown ever, as here is Westbrook gets fouled by Curry and will have the 2 biggest free throws of his career. Curry got beat off the dribble, and when you got prime Westbrook running downhill full speed, it's hard to stop him. Honestly, not a bad foul, as he makes the first one. This to tie the game with 4.7. Westbrook's free throws in. Here we go. No timeouts. We've seen Curry do crazy things in this simulation before. Look at him walk up the court. Half court. It's off the mark. Fellas, we got overtime in this Game 6 battle between the 2 and 7 seed. Brian Westbrook, Prime Curry. It doesn't get any better than that. And as we get to overtime, the Nuggets will come back and they'll win this game. So that means there will be a Game 7. We'll get to that shortly, but the Golden State Warriors couldn't close it out here. And the 7 seed forces a Game 7 on the 1 seed. Jimmy Butler led the way, 38 points. Wasn't enough, as now we go to a Game 6. Down go the defending champs. The Oklahoma City Thunder will go against Prime Kyrie, Prime Clay, Prime Davis, and a young Cooper Flag, and they couldn't get it done, losing the series in 6 to the Mavericks. Klay Thompson in his prime. Oh my goodness, he had 34 points. What a game. Now here's a Game 6 for the 8-seeded Rockets, where Durant up 3-2 against the best team in the NBA, 67 wins Clippers. Can they close it out and get the upset? Here is Durant against Kawhi. Now it goes to VanVleet. 42 seconds in this game. Clippers need to force a Game 7. Durant baseline. Look at the defense from Prime Kawhi. Nothing there. What a cross by Durant. Gets the shot off. Missed it. Rebound Capella. Thompson, the 3's good if it goes. He's off the mark. And the Rockets just couldn't get anything. And now the Clippers have it. And they will hold, waste this clock. And man, if they force a Game 7, I don't expect the Rockets to win that. So Houston needs to stop in a basket. As here's Prime James Harden with the ball. Motioning. It's Bradley Beal. Harden now has it. Screen. James Harden looking for the dagger. 3-point, pump fake, now he takes it, missed it, rebound, here come the Rockets, Durant, speed boost, half court, bang! What? This series is over. Kevin Durant with one of the greatest shots in halftime Productions history. Oh my goodness. I mean, guys, we haven't seen a half-court shot like this in ages. At the buzzer to win the series, Kevin Durant in his prime, one of the greatest scorers, maybe considered the greatest of all time, and he gets it done. The 1-seeded Clippers are stunned. Legendary game from Durant, 49 points in the game winner, as now we're in Washington for a Game 7. The Raptors and Wizards tied at 113, 40 seconds. Here is Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram on top of the screen, trying to give Toronto the lead. Gets a good look for a jumper. Missed it. Rebound. And now here come the Wizards on the break. It's Kispert at the logo, defending. Or the Raptors now, they need to stop. 7-second ditch from the shot clock and game clock. Smart to Bagley. Now it goes up to McCollum. Will McCollum take a shot, or will it be Middleton? Right now, here's CJ. Nothing going for the Wizards. I mean, you gotta give this up. Look at the defense from Toronto. Shot clock down to 2. McCollum cuts it up, takes a touch jumper. Won't go, rebound. Toronto gets it, they call timeout, and they'll have a chance to win the series. Now here with 6.1, this is the game on the line. Here is Ingram. Ingram driving, pump fake, gets the foul line, off-balance shots. He missed it. Solid defense there from Middleton. Fellas, we got overtime in this Game 7. Both these teams won it bad. Toronto, Washington, Game 7. And now in overtime, 21 seconds. Inbound goes to Ingram. Raptors down by 1. Brandon Ingram for the lead with 17.8. And now the Wizards are facing elimination. They need a basket in overtime. At the end of regulation, I said they went to McCollum. He missed that shot. I feel like you gotta go to Chris Middleton. He's your best scorer right now. But for some reason, McCollum has it. Great Dick will defend. McCollum for the win. He missed again. And the Raptors have it. Time runs out. Toronto is moving on. They will win this series on the road in Game 7. Heartbreak for Washington fans. I mean, I don't know what happened towards the end of that game. They just blew it. Remember we saw Denver force Game 7? Well, they will not win Game 7, as in Game 7 it's the Warriors closing off 115-112. Westbrook, Murray, and Jokic did their thing, but it wasn't enough, and now we're on to the second round. I think the highlight of the first round, that Kevin Durant game winner knocked off the best record in the NBA for the simulation, the Clippers. So now guys, we have 8 teams remaining. Hopefully your favorite squad is still in it. I mean, these games have been super fun with all these players in their prime. It's going to be interesting to see which teams will move on in the next round. So fellas, sit down, sit back, relax, and let's continue this 2K simulation. We start these semifinals in the conferences in Atlanta, where the Knicks will get the job done against the Hawks in 4 games, a sweep. Atlanta doesn't even win 1, and right now it feels like this Knicks team has tons of momentum here in these playoffs. I mean, they've only lost a handful of games. I think they've only lost 1. Right now they move on, but now we go to Golden State. The Phoenix Suns as a 6th seed are going to be going on to the Western Conference Finals. They will beat the Warriors in 5 games. Big time victory for Phoenix, so down goes prime Stephen Butler. How about the Toronto Raptors barely escaping a Game 7 win in Washington last round? Now they beat the number 1 team in the East, the Cavaliers. They will go down in 5, so both number 1 seeds in this playoff simulation are eliminated. Toronto wins the series with an upset, and our last matchup ends here in Houston. The Mavericks super team goes down as there's the spot Durant hit it to win the series last round. He shoots again from there, misses it, but the Rockets are on a roll as an 8 seed. They defeat Dallas. Guys, Kevin Durant has been on another level in this simulation, 38 points in the closeout, and you see Klay Thompson had another good game, but it just wasn't enough. So now we are down to 4 teams, the Suns versus the Rockets, the Knicks versus the Raptors. This should be an interesting conference finals here on NBA 2K25 with all players in their prime. It's been fun up to this point. We had no real close games in that second round, so hopefully we get a couple here in the conference finals. Let's keep the simulation going here in the next round. Conference finals begin here in Phoenix. The Suns are down by 1. It is Game 7. Winner goes to the championship. Here we go. Lillard to the rim. He's got it. Suns with a 1-point lead. These fans are on their feet. They haven't been in the finals in over a couple years now. I think 2021 was the last time. But for the Rockets, it's been a long time. So can they do it? They're down by 1. Look at this. Where's Durant? It's Thompson. To the rim. In. Oh my goodness, Thompson's got it. They didn't go to Durant. Now the Suns down by 1. Fellas, this comes down to this in the Western Conference Finals. 6 seconds. Ball in the hands of Booker. Lillard doesn't shoot it. Now it's Green. Can he beat his former team? Rim shot. He missed the layup. And the Rockets are going to the finals. Unbelievable. The unlikely hero Thompson in a clutch. And then Jalen Green with the blown layup. Oh my goodness, what an ending. Suns go down. And on the flip side in the Eastern Conference, the Toronto Raptors will beat the New York Knicks in 6. So Toronto, think about it guys, they were on the verge of being eliminated in the first round of the Wizards, but it was Brandon Ingram who had the game winner, and now they're all the way to the NBA Finals, defeating the New York Knicks. So how about that? On goes Toronto. And so we are down to 2. With these players in their prime, we got Kevin Durant and the 8-seeded Rockets against this Raptors team who signed Chris Paul in free agency, but they also have Brandon Ingram who's been big for them. So now guys, a 7-game series to see which team will win today's simulation. Toronto, Houston, only one can win. A battle of the red teams. Let's see who takes it. Game 6 in Toronto. The Rockets are up by 1. 30 seconds. They have the ball. Can they get the dagger? Toronto trying to force a Game 7. Durant, step back 3. This could be it. No, he missed it. Rebound. Toronto has life. Here they come on the break. 20 seconds. Looking to save their season. It's in the hands of Ingram. Has a smaller Raptor on him. Or I should say former Raptor, Van Vliet. But he gets fouled and will go to the free throw line. Fred Van Vliet won a championship with this team in 2019. And now he's going against them to try to win a championship with the Rockets, but the big free throw there from Ingram tied. This to get them the lead with 14 seconds in Game 6 of the finals, and he missed it. And the Rockets have a chance to win the championship right now. Durant, remember that iconic game winner in the first round against the Clippers. Can he do it again? Step back. Ingram trying to defend. Durant's got to get it going. Now goes left. Pulls up. Puts it in! Durant has done it again! 1.2 seconds. Raptors won't get it off, and the Rockets are the NBA champions, and they win today's simulation. Kevin Durant with one of the most legendary playoff runs in this channel's history. Unbelievable way to end the finals. What a run for him, and the Rockets are champs. And fellas, if you predicted the Rockets to win it, comment down below. This has to be one of the most fun simulations we've done in a long time. We haven't seen a long distance game winner like what Durant did in the first round in ages, I feel like it's been. And man, what an end to this Cinderella story though for the 8-seeded Houston Rockets. A couple times an 8-seed wins, but it's rare, and today we got to witness that as the celebration continues here. They win it on the road. I thought the Raptors had a good chance of forcing 7, especially after Ingram got fouled, but he only made one of those free throws. However, guys, I'm gonna let the celebration continue. Sengun Finals MVP makes no sense, but it is Halftime Productions. Thanks for watching. You're all the GOATs. I'll see you in the next simulation as we out for today.